Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today's class is a full body conditioning and includes your daily dose of movement, breath and stretching. So if you're ready, we're going to start in child's pose today. So this is your practice, so making this child's pose your child's pose, wherever you need to be. If the arms are out in front of you, arms at your sides, all the elbows bent and the forehead resting on the back of the hands, or whether you've got your hips up, and as I say, the arms extended out, just go wherever you are able to today for your child's pose, wherever your body guides you, and then gently closing the eyes for a few breaths. As we begin to center ourselves, and just taking a few moments to ground ourselves and arrive on the space on our mat. So beginning to notice the breath as it moves in through the nose, all the way down into the belly. And as you exhale, coming all the way up and out through the nose. And perhaps with the belly being a little bit constricted, take the breath into the back of the body and notice how the back ribs expand. And allow your awareness to rest here for a few more moments. And now slowly, gently lifting the head away from the mat or from the back of the hands, opening the eyes. From here we'll extend the arms out in front of us and then slowly slide the hands towards the knees as we come onto all fours. So with the fingers spread wide, shoulders, elbows, wrists in alignment, slowly take and walk the hands all the way over to the right hand side. And turn and gaze over the right shoulder as you lengthen all the way through the left side body. And breathing all the way down into the side ribs. Slowly coming all the way back to center, and we'll take the hands over to the left hand side. And feeling the stretch in the right side body as you lengthen one side and compress the other side. Breathing deeply. Inhale, slowly bringing the hands all the way back to center. For some rounds of cat and cow, so inhale, dropping the belly, raise the gaze. Exhale, round, chin to chest, belly to spine. And just continuing at your own pace as you move slowly and work deeply with the breath. And bringing the belly in towards the spine on the exhale, and on the inhale, dropping the belly and continuing to round and arch the back. Connecting breath and movement. Starting as we continue to flow with breath and movement throughout the class. And we'll do one more round before coming all the way back to center. When you are done, returning to a neutral pelvis. From here, extend the right leg out behind you, tucking the toes, and then shift the weight back as you take the heel towards the room behind you, and then slowly shifting your weight forward as you come right up onto the tips of the toes and just working into the right foot and into the calf, into the back of the leg. And one more. Coming all the way back to center. From here, inhale, floating the right leg up, and then float the left arm up as you hold and balance. Core engaged to keep you balanced. Lengthening through the fingertips on the left hand and through the toes on the right leg. Slowly lower the right toes to the mat. Take the left hand behind the head, elbow wide. Inhale, rotate the chest open to the left side. And as you exhale, bring the left elbow to the right wrist. Inhale, open out. Rotate and twist, and exhale, bring it all the way in. Inhale, open out. Exhale in. 2 more rounds. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And as you exhale, slowly releasing the left hand, slide it underneath the right arm and bring the left shoulder and ear to the mat. You can walk your right fingertips away from you as you come into thread the needle variation. Slowly walking the right fingertips back towards your face. Inhale, float the right leg up to the ceiling, balancing. Sometimes if you lose your focus, you might fall over. It's all good. It's all the name of the game. And slowly taking the right leg out to the side, all the way out and over, bringing it down to the mat. Inhale, lift yourself all the way up. Keep lifting up. As you bring the right hand on top of the right leg, inhale, reach the left arm all the way up and over. Coming into your gate pose, Parigasana. As you stretch and lengthen through the left side body. Inhale, coming to center. Exhale, left hand down into the mat in line with the left knee. Reach the right arm up and over. Again, lengthening through the side body. Inhale, lowering the right hand down to the mat, bringing the left hand back as well. From here, slowly bending through the right knee and then walk your hands away from you. Slowly coming all the way down into your belly and lower the right knee down to the mat. Bringing the right ankle in line with the right knee. Hold here for a few breaths as you push the chest away from the mat for a flapping fish pose. Inhale, straighten the right arm, slide the left arm underneath, and then slowly lower the head and ear down, the head and shoulder to the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm all the way up and over, opening out. And if your hand doesn't go to the mat behind you, just bending the elbow, resting the hand on the waist. So keep opening up through the front of the chest and the side of the chest and the pec muscle as you gaze wherever is comfortable for you. Inhale, releasing the right arm all the way back up to the ceiling, slowly bringing it all the way back. And then untuck the left arm, sliding the left arm out. And then straighten the right knee, coming down onto your belly again. And again, bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders. From here, pushing the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, lifting the chest up for your sphinx as you gaze past your fingertips on the mat. Slowly releasing the chest down towards the mat, and then bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes. We're going to push all the way back up onto all fours. As we come to the other side, from here, extending the left leg out behind you, tucking the toes, and then slowly shift the weight backwards, and then shift it forwards, shifting it back. And get into the calf muscle as you stretch it out. And back, 2 more. Shifting the weight back and forwards. And shifting the weight back and forwards. And then slowly coming back to center. Inhale, floating the left leg up and reach the right arm forward and lift. Hold here. So you can either have your toes pointing to the mat or pointing away from you, as in pointed toes. So you can either point or flex the foot. Whichever works for you. I prefer to flex my foot. Slowly lower the left foot all the way down to the mat. Take the right hand behind your head. Inhale, open and rotate the chest open. And then exhale, bring the elbow to the wrist. Inhale, open out. Exhaling in. Inhale, open out. Exhale in. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale all the way down, and then release the right hand. Take it underneath the left. Bring the right shoulder and ear to the mat. Walk your left fingertips away from you. Hold here and you'll thread the needle. Walking the left fingertips back towards your face to help with balance. Inhale, float the left leg up to the ceiling. Inhale, taking the left leg all the way over to the side, lowering it down to the mat. Inhale, push yourself all the way up, lifting yourself up. Inhale, left hand on the leg as you reach the right arm all the way up and over. Stretch and lengthen through the side body. Inhale to center, right hand to the mat, and reach the left arm up and over. And then slowly lower the hands all the way down to the mat underneath the shoulders. Bending the left knee and then walk your hands away from you. Slowly shifting your weight forward. Lower the belly down onto the mat. Bring the left ankle back in line with the left knee. And then coming onto your forearms for your flapping fish. Holding here. And then lifting the left forearm off the mat. We'll thread the right arm underneath Slowly lower the ear and shoulder to the mat. Inhale. Bring the left arm all the way up and over. And again, if you need to, bending the left arm and placing it on your waist to open the chest up. Hold here for your spinal twist. Releasing the left hand, inhale, bringing it all the way back up and over. Slowly slide the right arm out, coming back again onto both forearms, straightening the left leg out, and then from here again pushing the tops of the feet into the mat. To lift the kneecaps off the mat, lift the belly away from the mat as you gaze forward for your Sphinx pose. From here, tucking your relaxing, and then we'll tuck the toes and slowly lift up for a forearm plank. Hold here. From here, you have a choice to come down onto your knees and then onto all fours, lifting up into downward dog. Or from here, lifting the hips into dolphin and then walking your feet forward. And then slowly straighten one arm, straighten the other, and come into your downward dog that way. But all in all, we'll meet together in downward dog. And for your first dog of the day, you can bend your knees and walk your dog. So bending one knee, straightening the other. And depending on the back of your legs, you can decide whether you wish to walk your dog slowly or quickly. Some people like the quick movement. I prefer a slower movement to get into the muscles, lengthening them where I can. Coming back to stillness. The end of your next exhale, stepping or walking your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And exhale, hands to the heart. Releasing the arms to your sides. From here, with your feet parallel to each other, they don't need to be next to each other. They don't have to be touching together, just parallel. Slowly float the toes up off the mat. Spread the toes wide. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up to the ceiling, still keeping your toes spread. Slowly bend the knees. Exhale, mindfully, slowly fold forward. Inhale, halfway, flat back, and then toes to the mat. Step back into plank and hold your plank. Pushing your mat away from you. Belly and legs engaged. Inhale and exhale all the way down into your belly, however you get there. And tuck your toes. Inhale, chest lifts. Lower down, tucking your toes, pushing up. Downward dog. Keep pushing your hips up to the ceiling as you take the chest closer towards the thighs. And if the back of your legs are very tight, bending through the knees as you keep pushing the hips to the ceiling. And then bending the knees, We'll slowly walk the hands back towards the feet. Coming into a forward fold, with the knees very generously bent. Drop the top of the head to the mat. And then inhale, straighten the knees, lift yourself up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling, lengthen, and hands to the heart. Stay at the bottom of your mat. Weight will come onto the left leg as you float the right leg up. Balancing, coming into your stork pose. Right foot is flexed. Holding here. Inhale and exhale, sweep the right leg out behind you, coming to warrior 3. Chest is parallel to your mat. If you can, keeping your hands at the heart, otherwise bringing them down to the mat. Slowly release the hands down to the mat. Again, bend through the left knee as you walk your hands away from you, coming into a 3-legged downward dog. Hold here. Inhale and exhale, knee in towards the nose, and then stepping the right foot all the way through to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift yourself all the way up, high lunge, arms lifted, palms apart, palms together, whichever works for you. Keep lifting the back heel off the mat as you push the ball of the foot into the mat. Bend through the right knee. Separate the hands, and as you exhale, hinge at the hips as you bring the chest over the right thigh. Arms in line with the ears. Feeling the core kick in. Inhale, exhale, sweep the arms out behind you as you reach the fingertips for the back of your mat. Still with the chest over the thigh. Bringing your hands behind your back, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, we'll peel the chest up, and then exhale, slowly bring the right shoulder towards the knee. Drop the top of the head to the mat for your humble warrior variation. Inhale, slowly lifting yourself up, keeping the hands where they are. We're going to adjust the back foot to 90. Bend the left elbow so the hand winds up behind the back. And then slowly inhale, reach the right arm all the way up to the ceiling and overhead to your reverse warrior. As you keep bending through the right knee. Inhale, coming to center. Exhale, right forearm onto the thigh. And then again, see if you can open the chest out. Either seeing if you can squeeze the left arm a little bit further behind you, otherwise just opening the chest as far as you can, coming to your side angle variation. Inhale, release the left arm slowly all the way up to the ceiling. Again, keep opening the chest to the wall in front of you, or the room in front of you. Inhaling and then exhale, taking the left hand all the way down into the mat in line with the right toes. Pivot on the ball of the left foot. Inhale, right arm lifts to the ceiling for your twisted lunge. Taking the right hand onto your waist, look towards the top of your mat, slide the left hand forward, bring the weight onto the right leg, float the left leg up. When you're ready, reaching the fingertips for the ceiling. And if you'd like to, for the balances, you can use a block. Can't demonstrate with one now, mine's towards the back of the mat. But it always just lifts the floor up a little higher for you, making it a little more accessible. Slowly lower the right hand to the mat, bringing your hands to your heart if you can for your warrior 3 again. A bit wobbly today. Bend through the right knee, place the ball of the left foot on the mat behind you, coming back to lunge, stepping it back, downward dog. So just taking a few breaths here to come back to your breath. Bending through the knees again, slowly walk your hands towards the back of the mat, towards your feet. Generous bend in the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale again, folding forward. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And exhale, hands to the heart. Bringing weight onto the right leg this time as you float the left leg up for your stork pose. Left foot is active. Inhale and exhale, sweep the left leg out behind you, warrior 3. Chest parallel to the mat. And hands on or off the mat. Slowly lower the hands to the mat, bend through the right knee, walk your hands away from you, coming to a 3-legged downward dog. Inhale, and as you exhale, knee to nose. And then stepping the foot all the way through. Slowly lift yourself up for your high lunge, arms reaching. Holding here. One more breath. Separating the hands, and as you exhale, hinge and fold over the left thigh. Reaching the arms. Sweeping the arms out behind you, reach the fingertips back. Shoulders relaxed. Taking the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, lift the chest open. Exhale, left shoulder to the knee. Hands away from the lower back, top of the head to the mat. Humble warrior. Inhale, lifting up, hands remain as they are. Pivot on the ball of the right foot. Bend the right elbow, bringing the left elbow out in front, right hand behind the back. Inhale, release the left arm all the way up and over behind you. Reverse warrior. Lengthening through the side body as you reach the fingertips behind you. Inhale all the way to center. Exhale, left forearm onto the thigh. And again, either reach the right fingertips a little deeper in, otherwise keep opening the chest. If there's no more place for the fingertips to reach to, just keep opening the right shoulder up. Inhale, release slowly the right arm all the way up to the ceiling. So you can either have your hand at 12 o'clock or reach it all the way up and overhead, whichever works for you. Choose your adventure. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower your right hand all the way down to the mat. Pivot on the ball of the right foot. Left arm comes up to the ceiling. Rotate open. Twisted lunge. Left hand comes onto your waist, look to the top of the mat. Slide the right fingertips away from you. Weight onto the left leg as you float the right leg up, left arm to the ceiling. Gaze wherever you can to help keep your balance. Lower the left hand down, warrior three. Again, hands at the heart or hands on your mat. Bend through the left knee, place the ball of the right foot on the mat behind you, coming back to lunge, stepping it back, downward dog. Again, just coming back to your breath. Start noticing the inhales and the exhales. Inhale, rolling into plank, holding your plank. Again, push your mat away from you. Bend the knees to the mat, child's pose. And again, wherever your child's pose finds you, be there. Allowing again to come back to your breath, the inhales and the exhales. And just surrender completely into your mat. Slowly coming up and out of your child's pose as you come to a seated position on your mat. And bring your legs out in front of you. Slowly bending the left knee, we'll take it down to the side and take the right leg over to the side. You can either have the right foot flexed or relaxed, whichever works for you. Right hand on top of the leg. Inhale, reach the left arm behind you and slowly lift it all the way up and over. Again, lengthen through the side body as you open the side ribs to the ceiling. And again, if you find your chest is turning in towards the mat, take the hand behind the head and open the elbow out. Keep lifting and opening. Inhale, lift both arms all the way up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you as you turn and gaze over the left shoulder. Spine tall. Inhale, reach both arms all the way back up to the ceiling, palms together, and then hands to the heart. Changing the legs around. Left leg extends out, right foot comes into the inner left thigh, left hand on top of the leg, foot flexed or relaxed, whichever you did on the other side. Inhale, reach the right arm behind you, and then lifting it all the way up and over. Inhale, reach both arms up to the ceiling, and then exhale, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you as you gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, reach both arms all the way back up to center, palms together and hands to the heart. And slowly straightening out both legs. So with the legs extended out, we inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, hollow out your belly and slowly come down to above your shoulder blades and hold here. And if you can, float your feet off the mat. If not, just do one at a time, and sooner or later you'll find you'll be able to float both feet off the mat. Holding, breathing. Lower the feet all the way down and lower the head all the way down to the mat. Big sigh of relief as you bring the knees into your chest and hug them. And you can rock a little bit from side to side as you massage your kidneys, your lower back, at least just your lower back. One last core exercise before we come to our corpse pose, which I'm hoping will be a silent corpse pose. I live in part of the world where we have vervet monkeys racing up and down, and they're in town at the moment, so they're not the quietest of creatures. They're very argumentative with each other, and race on the roof tiles, which makes a hell of a racket. So hopefully they've decided to move off into the bushes while we have our corpse pose. From here, we're going to extend the legs to the ceiling. Bring your hands together. You can either interlace all fingers, or you can bring your index fingers to touch. We're going to take the arms out overhead. Inhale, and as you exhale, peel the head and chest off the mat. Separate the legs as you bring the arms through. So take the legs where you can. Inhale, open up. Close back up as you bring the arms overhead. Exhale, peel up. Inhale out. Exhale, lift up. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. Exhale and hold here. Either that or you can pulse, bringing your hands through your legs. And breathe. And slowly bring it all the way back. Bend the knees into the chest again, hugging them. Slowly coming back to stillness. We'll extend the arms out at shoulder height, and if you like me, not with enough space on the one side, bring the arms into cactus arms, just to open up through the chest. Inhale, exhale, lower the legs to the left hand side, all the way down onto the mat. Turn and gaze towards your right fingertips or elbow. And as it's the penultimate pose before Shavasana, before corpse pose, maybe just do a quick scan through the body, making sure you're not holding any tension in the body. Checking the jaw and the shoulders, the pelvic floor and the buttocks, and checking the brow, making sure everything is relaxed. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Exhale them over to the right hand side as you gaze towards your left elbow or fingertips. Making sure you're not gripping in the belly, trying to hold the belly in. Inhale, bringing the knees all the way back up to center, and then slowly lower your feet down to the mat and going into corpse pose. So if you find your lower back, you struggle in corpse pose, just bring the knees to touch and then walk the feet slightly away from each other and then relax into your corpse pose that way. Otherwise, place a bolster under your legs. Extend your legs out if you have no back problems. And then gently closing the eyes. And if your legs are long, separate them a little bit and allow your feet to flop open to the sides. And allow your arms slightly away from the sides of the body as your palms face the ceiling and the fingertips are curling in. And allow your muscles to soften, to relax and to release. And thank your body for all the hard work it has done today and for what you have accomplished in your practice. have the time and you would like to stay longer in your Shavasana, please do. Otherwise, I'm going to bring the class to an end now. So slowly, as you bring your awareness back to your body, rub your thumb tips over your fingertips. Move your toes and turn your head slowly from side to side. As you take your arms out overhead, have a nice big stretch, tense all your muscles and release. Bring your knees into your chest and hug them. Rolling over onto your right side. And whenever you are ready, coming up seated, bringing the hands together at the heart. From my heart to yours, thank you for joining me for this class today. Namaste.